This broadcast is a live feed via internet at blogtalkradio.com/loudmouthradio. We want to thank all our listeners for tuning in this evening. This is an exciting show that we have ahead of us. For all our people that are listening online, you may be able to listen to us directly at loudmouthradio.com and listen to our live feed. Each and every show broadcasts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this actual broadcast will be available for download and on demand anytime after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Loudmouth Radio is one of the Internet's hottest online radio networks. Our talk radio shows cover topics that are geared towards empowerment, inspiration, and entertainment. Connect with us live, online, and on demand 24/7 on loudmouthradio.com. Make sure to share with us your thoughts of what inspires you. Currently, we have some exciting rates available, and we would like to thank our sponsors tonight for actually sponsoring and supporting this actual broadcast. Digimo Printing of Stockbridge, Georgia. Fletcher & Sons Auto 2 Repair of Jonesboro. AtlantaCarFinders.com, your number one internet referral source for your online searches and needs. Now, as you know, this actual broadcast will allow us to be able to feature different topics and different discussions, and the show tonight should inspire you. We want to thank all of our listeners for listening to each of our shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Night Talk Live with J.L. King is also available for download and on demand of previous shows, so we want to encourage you to make sure you check us out on loudmouthradio.com. For all our people that are on Twitter, make sure you follow us at loudmouth.com and use our Twitter handle at loudmouth. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce your host for the evening, Mr. J.L. King.
What's going on, my people? This is your boy, a.k.a. J.L., a.k.a. Daddy King, up in the house. Welcome to Night Talk Live with me. For the next hour, it is my hopes that I can keep your attention, keep you entertained, and also spark you to call in and ask me a question. You know, I'm sitting up in here, by myself in the studio, and it'll be good to have someone call in and talk to a brother. Just let me know you're listening, show your love. You can tweet me, you can email me, Facebook me, text me, for those of you who have my number, and just show your love. Tell me what you think about Night Talk Live. I love doing this show. I look forward to my Thursday night when I have an opportunity to get on the air and just talk to you. Sometimes, we talk about a little bit of everything, but tonight is good. It's good to be alive, and as I always say, we live in the now. We're not going to worry about what's going to happen tonight, tomorrow. We're just going to deal with what's going on right now. It's a beautiful day in Midtown Atlanta. A beautiful 80 degrees, I'm assuming, a nice breeze coming through the doors and through the windows. It was hot today. I spent most of my day running around dealing with some government mess. And I'm telling you guys, people who work for the government, I don't know. I think that they all need a major customer service course because they have put customer service on the lowest scale possible. And that's not dealing with talk. It's not even dealing with government employees in Atlanta, but I'm from Ohio. I live in Chicago. I live all over the world. Wherever you go, you have dealing with government and their customer service. So anyway, I just want to give some love and some shout out to the ladies who helped me today. There were some issues that I had to deal with as it pertains to the city of Atlanta. Like I always do, I want to give you our hot topics for tonight. I always try to brief you of what's going on. At least what grabbed my attention. Everybody got their own thing, but what has grabbed my attention this week are several things. Oklahoma tornado, that was sad the way it came through, and I don't know if a lot of you were glued to the TV like CNN and MSNBC and some of the other ones, but to see the power of God going through that state was unbelievable. And then to see the aftermath of what was left behind, it was like someone dropped a bomb right in the middle of Moore, Oklahoma. It was so sad, and I can't even imagine what it would be like to lose your house and everything you owned in a matter of seconds, and or even your life. So we always want to send prayers up to the people that was impacted and affected by the tornado that hit Oklahoma this week. Another hot topic that grabbed my attention today, and I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe this. And I just heard about this right before I came on the air. The Boy Scouts of America now has voted in to accept open gay members. I mean, they've been trying to get the Boy Scouts to accept open gay members for years. Even though the Boy Scouts have a lot of gay members, now it's okay. They can come out the closet. They can be who they are. And I'm so excited about that. And that really is showing progress in our country. First, we had the military that's now open, and, you know, they got rid of that don't ask, don't tell crap. And now with over 15, I think 16 states have legalized gay marriage. And now the Boy Scouts, which is an American tradition, a Boy Scout can now be gay. It's going to be interesting to see if they change their uniforms. See, they need to get Miss Thing in there and redo those uniforms. Oh, she would work them, okay? She would work those Boy Scout uniforms. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. What they need to do is hire Miss RuPaul or get one of those drag race girls to do some new concepts for the Boy Scout uniform. That'd be interesting because those Boy Scout uniforms are kind of boring. I used to be a Boy Scout. That was one of the best times in my life. My parents were really big, or my brother and I being involved in civic and community organizations. So I was a Boy Scout, a Cub Scout, and I loved that time. Remember going out to the forests, into the mountains, into the fields, and learn how to tie a knot and make a fire and all that crap we did. But it was wonderful. And I encourage anybody, if you have a son, get him in the Boy Scouts. My son, Brandon, he was a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout, and all of his cousins. It's a great way to establish some basic training for a young man. So, again, that was the biggest news hit me today, with the Boy Scouts now have accepted open gay members. And also everybody, of course, those who are groupies have been talking about Beyonce's pregnancy, number 2. And it's not official yet. I read somewhere online that Jay-Z said it was not official. But who cares? You know, people who follow Beyonce, you know, everything she does, they were all up on her thing. So who cares? If she is pregnant, cool for her, you know. Also, did you guys hear about Janet Jackson? She is now a certified billionaire, married to a billionaire. And I don't know if you got that news today, but what you ought to do is to Google it or bling it, and you can find out about Janet Jackson, how she got her billions, and she's looking good and beautiful. She's in the studio right now, getting ready to put out a new CD. So congratulations to billionaire Janet Jackson. Call me nasty. Also, what's on my list here? Oh, man, another hot topic is American Idol overhaul. American Idol announced that they are not bringing back Randy or Mariah or Nikki. The only one they're going to keep is Keith. And then they were talking about bringing on Jennifer Hudson, Clay Akins, and Fantasia as judges. But who cares? I think American Idol has run its course, and it's time for them to go someplace and sit down, because you got shows like The X Factor, The Voice, which I really enjoy. So it's time. I think Simon has done his thing. He's made billions of dollars. They got the American Idol concept in Britain as well. So, hey, time will tell. Time will tell. And also, as far as what's going on in Atlanta, the hottest thing this weekend is Atlanta Jazz Festival that will be going live at Piedmont Park starting tomorrow. I was over that way yesterday, and they were already getting set up. And as always, there'll probably be 100,000 people invading Midtown starting tomorrow. But if you don't have nothing to do and you want to go chill on the grass and hear just some great jazz, as well as eat some good food and buy some trinkets, that's the place to be. Matter of fact, I'll probably go over there. Since I live so close to the park, it's easy for me to walk just 2 blocks over, and I'm right in the middle of everything. So if you're out there and you're in Atlanta, you want to come hang out with your boy, hit me up, text me, Facebook me, tweet me, get in contact with me, and let's meet at Piedmont Park Saturday afternoon and just chill. All right? Cool. And so that's my hot topics and current events. But I'm so excited tonight. about my two special guests. Both of them are close to me as well as friends and colleagues. And as you guys know, I try to bring on my people and give them exposure because I got some sharp, talented, smart friends. And I want to share their talents and their skills to everybody I know. So what better way of exposing my friends who are talented than on my show? We have two guests. We have who I call almost like the Ayana Von Zant of Fix My Life, my good friend Sabrina Mason, who is my girl, and she's smart, and she is my go-to sister. Love her insight and her wisdom, and I invited her to come on and just have a conversation like we always do when we're together, and as well as hopefully some of my listeners will call in who needs their life fixed. And I know Sabrina's probably saying, I ain't trying to fix nobody's life, but if you got a question and you need some information or some insight or some answers or just somebody to listen to, please call us or email us your question, and Sabrina will be on in a minute or two, and we'll talk about it, and hopefully she can give you some help on what you need to do. Then we are going to have a new author of Kenyon Glover. Kenyon is a model, a personal trainer, massage therapist, a businessman, a movie star. Oh, my God, and soon to be a publisher. And he got a new book coming out that we're going to discuss when he comes on the air. And we're excited about Kenyon calling in from Los Angeles, California. He's out there, I think, for the rest of this summer. So those are two of my guests that are scheduled to be with me tonight. And I know that you are going to enjoy them both, as well as, like I promised you last week, we're going to also hear a new cut by my friend Anthony Antoine, who is one of my favorite underground artists. You heard one of his cuts last week, and we're going to listen to another one of his cuts tonight. Again, if you are an artist or you have some music you want me to play, please get in contact with us so that we can expose you and your music. We got some great shows lined up. I know I do. I'm working on some crazy stuff for this summer. You know, I'm really working on some really special guests. I want to get some surprises. I want to do a contest. I want to do some live on remote. I want to have a show where we expose the talents of young people, 15, 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds who are doing amazing things in our community. I want them to be a guest on the show, as well as some artists, some stylists, and a lot of good stuff. And I got a really big surprise for you guys in a couple of weeks that we're going to reveal about a new business that I'm involved with that's going to take the world by storm. I'm really excited about it. And like I always say on Facebook, support black business. We got to support black business. I'm a black business owner. Ooh, it is so hard being a black business owner in America in 2013. I'm telling you. There's been some times, and I just wake up and I'm like, man, I need a job. Sometimes I just want an 8 to 5, give me a check every 2 weeks with the benefits, and a 2-week vacation, and a retirement plan. But I don't think that was in the stars for me. I don't think so, or I don't know. But anyway, if you got a job, be thankful, be happy. I got a lot of unemployed friends who would cut your throat for your job, and a lot of friends who are degreed and experienced, and they don't have a job. But check this out. It's time for me to go into commercial break right now. I hear the music queuing up in the background, so sit back, enjoy, and get ready after the commercial break. I think at the commercial break, we're going to introduce and bring on our very first special guest, my girl, Sabrina Mason. So, Sonny, it's all you, girl.
Just go.
Is this how your car is sounding? You might want to go to Fletcher & Sons Auto Repair of Jonesboro, Georgia. They are specializing in domestic and foreign auto repair. Fletcher & Sons is an ASE-certified mechanic, and they're offering our Loudmouth Radio listeners an opportunity to have their vehicle serviced today. So all our listeners that are tuning in to Loudmouth Radio, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we want to let you know that you are able to get your vehicle serviced and checked with Elite Diagnostic, full auto full auto AC service repair, where we can actually have your car, vehicle, and check for diagnostic leaks. And if you have a problem with your AC, you may want to contact Fletcher & Sons to get that checked. Their number is 770-471-0116, and they're located at 7363 Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro, Georgia. Now, this actual offer is only good until May 31st, 2013. It's not valid with any other offer. So make sure you check them out today. Fletcher & Sons Auto Repair, 2. Contact them online, also at 770-471-0116. Check out their video on loudmouthtv.com. For all those small business owners that look and have a desire to get a branding specified for what you do, contact Digimo Printing today. They're offering all our listeners an opportunity to have some specialized flyers done for 1,000 flyers for $80. Now, if you need to have your flyer designed, that fee would be extra, but you'll also get 10 free 11 by 17 posters. And you can't have flyers without business cards. So make sure you contact them today and get 250 business cards for $25. If you need to have your artwork designed, contact them today at 770-506-2996. Digimo Printing. Let them take you to the next level. Now back to you, JL.
Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. And the commercials sound good. You know, I've really been meaning to call that company who works on air conditioning because my car is tripping. Here it's 99 degrees in Atlanta. I'm driving around in a Benz. I got my windows down because my air conditioning is not blowing out cold air. And that is not cute because when I ride around, I be looking good. But when I get out that car, I be looking like a hot mess because it's so hot. So I need to get in contact with them as well. And all of our other sponsors, please support them because they keep us fed. Okay, I'm going to stop running my mouth because I can't wait to get my girl Sabrina on the phone, and she's going to write it out with me to the very end. And so, again, if you're listening, I need for you to get in contact with us, call in, ask your question, email us, text us, and talk to us. I do have a couple of emails that I'm going to read for some people who sent them to me earlier today that they want me to ask Sabrina. So on that note, I want to bring on, and I would ask you that you give her some love, point your hand towards your phone and say, welcome, Sabrina. Sabrina! Sabrina! Is Sabrina there? Sabrina! Well, Sabrina should be on Sabrina better be on there somewhere.
I'm here.
Are you here? Good. Hey!
I am here.
Welcome to Night Talk Live with Daddy King.
Hello, Daddy.
It's good to have you here. It's good to have you. It's like having a good friend in my living room or just talking. So I know you're going to bring a lot of good insight. And I know, even though you're not Ayala Vanzant, I think that you are just as smart as she is. So before we start our conversation, why don't you tell my listeners all about Sabrina Mason?
Well, there's really not much to tell, but first I want to thank you for the opportunity to be on Loudmouth Radio with you. I enjoy our conversations that we have. I'm kind of like a private person. I'm more or less on the back end. I'm not a front end person. Jay is, front end. He likes to be out there in the public's eye, and that's fine.
Whatever.
But I was born and raised in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I went to school, HBCU, Central State University.
Marauders.
The Marauders, yes.
Marauders.
And I've been married. I am currently divorced. I have one son. He is 25. I've been living in Atlanta since 1994. I came here to visit and liked it and decided to move here. So I like it here. I was tired of the snow, the ice, and just bad weather. So I got tired of shoveling snow, or we got tired of shoveling snow, and decided that it was time for a move. So I've been here. I love Atlanta. It offers a lot. It's cultural. It's diverse, and it's historical. All of that. So I really enjoy it here. A couple of people had asked me if I wanted to move back up north. And I said, for what? What reason would I have to move up there? If I wasn't into shoveling snow when I was much younger, I definitely am not into shoveling snow now that I'm older. So, so I enjoy it. I've had the pleasure. I've known Jay for a while, but we just kind of like would see each other in passing. But it was just recently that we started talking. Jay is really involved in the community. He likes to do things when he knows that somebody's suffering. He likes to kind of like put a dent in their pain. So he's been doing some things, and when I see people do that, it just lays on my heart. So I always join in and help him as much as I possibly can. So that's how we kind of like started to really, really interact, and we started talking, and then one day he just ups and says, I think I'm just going to put you on my radio station. I said, oh my God, what are you getting me into now? But I enjoy our interaction. It's good, it's clean, and it's fun.
It's a whole lot of fun. And for my listeners, you guys know that I am a very private person. Since I am a so-called celebrity, public figure, and that's what people say, I don't really buy into titles. I like for real people, and Sabrina has quickly become part of my inner circle, and we literally text and talk all day long.
All day long,
from 7 o'clock in the morning till she said, I'm going to bed, and I'm going to bed too. We are talking
and then I get a text.
Exactly. We're talking, texting, hanging out. That's happening. But Sabrina, let me say, I'm gonna also ask you a direct question. Okay. What gives you the credibility to be able to give the type of wonderful advice that you give, that I've heard you give, that you give me, and you will probably give some of our callers tonight? What makes you an expert and a life coach?
Well,
you're a life coach.
I wouldn't call myself an expert. Most of the people that I talk to are people that I know. And when you know somebody, you know where they're hurting sometimes, or, you try and assist. I've talked to quite a few people, and most of the time I just listen. But what qualified, I wouldn't even say it qualified me, but I connect with a spirit. Not all spirits connect, but some spirits do connect, and when they do connect, it can be very rewarding and challenging at the same time. I've had some situations in my life, and I think as we get older, we are supposed to get wiser. That doesn't always happen. Some people get older and they don't get wiser. But
Amen.
I've prayed most of my life for wisdom and patience because without patience and without wisdom, I think pretty much the soul is dead. So I really had to pray for patience because I have a son. I was a single mom. When he was 9 years old, I became a single mom. And it just, you have to have a sort of a trust with some people. And I always ask for God's guidance when I knew I had to raise him by myself. I am happy to say that my son is a very well-rounded young man, and he's liked by a lot of people. Even when he was younger, he'd get off the plane and people would ask me, older people would say, is that your son? And I would say, yeah, that's my son. He is the most pleasant, and I mean, he would talk to anybody. He was pretty much like me. I'll talk to anybody. But I guess I've been able to talk to and give people life inspiration through my own experiences, and pretty much that's what it is. And I listen. I really, really listen. Some people don't listen. A lot of people just talk. But I really, really listen to what they're saying. And that's about it in a nutshell. Have I had any formal training? No. But I don't think you do need formal training to listen and help when people are hurting.
I agree with you 100% on that because, I think God blesses people with certain gifts, and that does not require a certificate or that does not require a degree. It just requires good listening skills and to be able to offer help when asked. I know that you're the type of person that's not confrontational, and I can't even see you arguing with anybody about anything. So I'm glad that you're here, and I can't wait to see. But let me open it up with our email that I received earlier that someone told me to ask you, and maybe you can provide them some insight. Okay?
Okay.
Dear JL, please ask your life coach the following question. I'm in the process of deciding if I want to divorce my husband. And the reason I want to divorce my husband is because he no longer shows me any type of intimacy. He doesn't kiss me, hug me. He doesn't tell me I'm beautiful. He doesn't tell me he loves me. He doesn't say anything to me. He's become a total stranger in our apartment. And I feel like the love has left us. Even though I still love him, I don't think he loves me anymore. What do you think I should do, divorce him or stay?
That's a tough one. Even with people that I know that have been in those situations, I point blank tell them that I cannot tell you to leave your husband. That is a decision that you have to make on your own. I don't know, the whole story behind, just from what I'm hearing. I would, is this a female? This is a female talking about her husband?
Yes.
I would probably first ask her, have they sat down and talked? Is there something going on behind the scenes that she doesn't know about? There's got to be something wrong there. But just to say you're going to up and divorce him for just because he stopped doing some things, there's got to be something else going on behind the scenes.
And also I think that she could be getting some bad advice from her peers, her relatives, saying, you need to leave him because he must be cheating on you if he been intimate with you,
Exactly. Now, see, I wouldn't tell her that. That's when you tell people that somebody may be cheating or they're cheating, that's hurtful. To even bring that in, that's pretty hurtful to make that an equation, to put that in the equation. There could be a lot of things going on, so that's why they need to sit down and really have a talk. Communication, to me, in relationships is key. If you can't communicate with your mate, then that's a problem number one. And, that needs to happen first. You just can't up and divorce your husband because he is not communicating to you. You need to find out why he's not communicating with you and then take it from there. And then maybe if you need counseling, I would seek professional counseling. If that's the case, whatever it takes. If you love your husband, if you really love your husband, then you will do that for your relationship.
That's so true. And again, because we don't know the entire story, we don't know what's really going on. So I agree with you. I think that communication is key. And in the African American community, we have a problem going to see therapists and professionals.
Oh my God!
We better tell all of our business to the pastor who don't have no credentials whatsoever about first thing he going to say is, let's open up the Bible and see what the God says about this issue. So for the young lady who sent me that email, I would say to you, try to have a conversation with your husband if you can. If there seems to be a lack of response from him to want to talk to you about it, maybe the next step is suggest a counseling session, or maybe you want to get to a place where you force him to talk with you. So, again, if you want to get in contact with Sabrina at the end of this show, you'll be getting her information, and maybe you can do a follow-up with her. Okay, cool. I know that a couple of people are going to call in, so Sabrina Sonny will have to let me know if we got a caller or not. But let me ask you this, Sabrina, with so much going on in the country nowadays, with war and still people dealing with lack of jobs and folk are depressed and going through their changes, what advice do you give, just general advice you give to people who may be depressed and want to give up on life? Because I meet a lot of people who really seriously talk to me about committing suicide because they don't see no way out. What do you say to those people?
Wow. When a person gets to a point when they're suicidal or they're thinking about it, that's really serious and kind of dangerous. Have I been there? Probably once or twice.
Too.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure a lot of people have. Probably a good majority of people have. But could I do it? No, because I think that suicide is selfish. There's always something that you can do. First thing is to reach out. I know sometimes people have some really bad pain, and some pain that is beyond my stretch of imagination even, probably even yours, Jay.
Right.
Yeah, I know people have been without jobs. I know that people have, a lot of people have been, I've been in the financial industry, so I know a lot of people have lost their homes, have lost their cars, didn't know where their next meal was coming from. But in real talk, most people are a paycheck or two away from being homeless anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, yes.
A paycheck or two away from being homeless. And it is difficult. But anyone who is even thinking about suicide, I would fully tell them to please seek help first. I wish I had some websites. I wish I had some websites or some phone numbers to give. I know there's some 800 numbers that people can call if they're suicidal. But nothing is that bad that you should be thinking about taking your own life. Nothing. Things don't always change in a second, but I know sometimes we think that we're at our rope's end. We're hanging by that last fingernail. But, we got to hang in there. I've done it. I know Jay's done it.
Yes.
And that's real. That's not even a lie. That's real. I've been there. I've had that kind of pain. But some people have had other types of pain that I've never experienced. So I can definitely understand part of it. I can't even say that I understand totally. I won't even say that because that would be a lie. But I would definitely seek the assistance of a professional or somebody that will talk you through. There are a lot of kids committing suicide because they're bullied at school, because they are homosexual. So those are real issues for them, depending on where you are in life. We're talking about a 13 or 14-year-old who's having issues with being bullied because these kids have committed suicide or because they're homosexual. Those are things that can be dealt with. and I would like to hear that they are getting professional help. I really hate to hear those stories about kids committing suicide because of those two reasons.
Hey, JL, you actually have a caller that would like to chime in.
Okay, cool. Hey, caller, welcome to Night Talk Live with JL, and you are? Hello, caller? Caller.
Oh, well, continue.
Caller? Okay, well, I hope to hear a call back in. But, yeah, like Sabrina was saying, we've all been there. I can tell you, and I'm so fluid with my life, and there's very little that I hold back from my friends and people who follow me and people who love me and buy my books and stuff. And I share with them that life has not always been easy. It's not easy. And there's been many a day when I was at this place where I just wanted to want the pain to go away because I could not deal with it anymore. And I didn't have anybody to talk to. So if you're out there, you're going through some changes, please reach out to us and let us point you in the right direction, or if you just need somebody to talk to, there's somebody out there that can show you there is a better way. I know it's easier said than done, but hey, it's out there.
You got a live caller.
All right, great. Live caller, welcome to Night Talk with JL and my special guest, Sabrina Mason. How are you?
All right.
So what's your question? First of all, what's your name?
Robert,
right. Welcome, Robert. So cool. Go ahead. What's your question for my guest?
Well, Sabrina, I currently just moved to Atlanta, and so far I love it here, and I'm trying to start all over, start from scratch and become a part of Atlantean. How do I do that by job hunting and whatnot?
What are you trying to become a part of? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
An Atlantean.
So you just moved here, and he just moved here to Atlanta, and I guess the question is he wants to become part of Atlanta, and what's the best way for him to become part of this city?
Are you currently working, Robert?
No.
No. What do you have a special interest? Something that you enjoy doing?
Serving people or helping someone.
There are people here that, I'm sorry.
To me, it doesn't matter, as long as I'm participating in giving back to others. Enjoy doing it.
So basically what I hear you saying, young man, is that you like giving back, and you moved here to Atlanta. You're not working. Now, how old are you?
35.
You're 35 years old, and do you have friends or family in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing I would do, Sabrina can chime in, the first thing I can do is get a job. That's the first thing you need to do. Because a city like Atlanta, if you're not working, it can be a rough city to survive in. And that would be the first suggestion I would give you. Get a job, and by getting a job, that will open up the opportunity for you to be able to get out more. This Atlanta offers so many great opportunities for you to volunteer, for you to get involved with. Get two jobs. Get a full-time job and a part-time job. I think that's the first thing you need to concentrate on is not getting involved with the social scene, but to get yourself together since you're new here and make that your number one priority. What do you think, Sabrina?
I think so. Robert, what was the reason you moved to Atlanta, and where did you move from?
My reason for moving to Atlanta is to explore life in different cultures instead of the same old small pea-brain town. I moved from Cordell, Georgia.
From Cordell, Georgia. Okay. Well, I think what JL said was correct. Do you have like I said before, do you have any special interest? Is there something that you enjoy, the art, theater, music? Is there something that you really, really enjoy?
Pretty much all of it. Whatever catches my interest and I throw myself right into it.
So this is what I would suggest you do, Robert, is why don't you email us or email Sabrina at the end of the show. She's going to give her contact information. Or you can also reach out to me, and we can take some time, really, to fill you out and see where you're coming from, and maybe we can point you in the right direction, because that's what we're all about here at Night Talk Live with JL, is to put people together. So we appreciate you calling in. Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you.
And enjoy it. It's a beautiful city. You're in a great place. God sent you here for a reason. You're at the right place at the right time. Keep your head up. Don't let nothing get you down, and make the best of it. So thank you again for listening and calling in, okay?
Oh, you have another caller.
Okay, great. All right, caller number 2. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, hello, caller number 2. Who are we talking to?
Hey, God bless you. You talking to Renee Chandler from Chicago, Illinois.
Town in the house. Do you have a question for my special guest, Sabrina?
Yeah, I have a question for your special guest.
Okay.
Why are you laughing, Sabrina? Don't laugh. Praise God. Sabrina's a good friend of mine. I heard a lot about you, sir. I heard a lot. I heard you're a very, very dynamic individual.
Lift me up in prayer, brother. Lift me up in prayer.
Yeah, we got to pray for each other, though, right?
Hey, now, look, before you ask that question, hold tight. We're going to commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Take it away.
Night Talk Live is live right now on Loudmouth Radio. For all our listeners, if you'd like to talk to J.L. King or our special guest, Miss Sabrina, give us a call at 347-826-7520. Once again, call in at 347-826-7520. Tonight's show is sponsored by Digimo Printing of Stockbridge, Georgia. Let Digimo take you to the next level. And Fletcher & Sons Auto Repair, too, specializing in domestic and foreign vehicle repair. Contact them at 770-471-0116.
So that's it. Anyway, so our special guest, go ahead with your question, or you just want to call in and show your love?
I want to show love, but I want to ask Sabrina, what are some of the characteristics of a successful marriage?
Well, yeah, he's going to challenge me, but that's okay. Renee and I have spent plenty of hours on the phone talking about relationships.
That's right.
A successful marriage, good question. Not all marriages are successful. Marriages are successful when you, once again, communicate, there's an understanding, and first of all, before people even get married, they need to sit down and talk and find out what each other's views on certain issues are on just about everything, because in a marriage, you're going to come across a lot. You're going to be faced with a lot. If you decide, if you're in a marriage, you're young, and you're going to have children, that needs to be a discussion. How are we going to raise our children? We need to talk about finances before we get married. We need to talk about other interests before we get married. We just need to make sure that we keep open communication. We need to understand our mate and find and make sure that certain things that you may do are not going to make that other mate uncomfortable. And again, if I'm going to be in a marriage or a relationship, I'm going to give 100% of myself. Don't give me 50%. Don't give me 50% of yourself, and you expect me to give 50% of myself to make 100. No, both of you need to give 100% of yourself, and that's being honest, and that's being loving and caring. And give me 100, I'll give you 100. That makes our marriage have 200%, and nobody can come in there and break that bond, no matter what happens.
Right. I've heard back in the day that when a couple comes together, it's two halves to make one. But I have always disagreed with that. I think it's two wholes come together.
Two wholes.
To make one.
That's right.
To make one. It's funny that in the African American community, it's so rare that we even, I can't even remember the last time I've been to a wedding, where I can't remember. It's been years since I have been to a wedding. And I think weddings are beautiful. But I think because now the age we live in right now, people don't get married no more. They live together. They have kids. And I think a lot of that, if you look at celebrities and they have babies, they live together, and very rarely do people celebrate getting married. What do you think, brother man?
Yes, I think that you're absolutely right. But putting 100% into a marriage is really, really key in the beginning, and then the openness and the honesty in the beginning. I think that's key. When you tell the truth in the beginning, then later on in the marriage, you don't have no other option but to be successful, because the way you started out, for the most part, that's how some stay longer, and that's how some marriages end. The way they start. A lot of times individuals get married and get complacent. They don't want to date anymore. They just want to come home, sit down and look at the couch and things of that nature. And one of the things that they need to do is just continue to keep the lines of communication open.
Yeah.
I just believe, I don't know, I'm a pastor and I'm a counselor, so I was that pastor that you was talking about who didn't have credentials, but I got credentials.
All right, bro. All right, doctor.
That's right. Yeah, we graduated from the same college. But anyway, the thing is that the marriages definitely have to keep the lines of communication open on both parties. And, when one shuts down, it just destroys the marriage for the most part. So, I mean, when you're married, and I don't know if you're married, JL. Have you ever been married?
No. Yeah, I was married I got married at the age of 19, stayed married for almost 8 years, married my high school sweetheart. And we had, we have 2 beautiful children, adult children together, and she's still one of my best friends.
That's good. A lot of times when people break up, they're not friends anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's kind of immature. But the thing is, when you get a little wisdom, you just kind of understand the relationships are important, especially when the children are involved. If you got children, you cannot just not be in no kind of relationship, for the children's sake. But, I don't want to manipulate the show. I just think that this is an awesome show that you have. I'm a preacher. I'm long-winded, and I don't want to manipulate the show. I just think that this is an awesome opportunity for you, Sabrina. And JL, she has a lot of positive things to say about you. I was a little jealous when she was talking about you.
Sabrina got a lot of love to pass around, bro. She got a lot of love for you, a lot of love for me, a lot of love for whole lot.
That's right. You're absolutely right. But Sabrina, you're doing a good job. I texted you while you were talking, and my wife came in here. She told me to tell you hi. She actually got on the phone and she said, "Hey."
Hello, First Lady. That's my girl, Ann.
Well, I told you I was going to call in, and, I wanted to keep my word, but...
Thank you.
You got an awesome show there, Doctor.
Hey, man, I'm trying. Keep me in your prayers. Keep us lifted up, man. I just let God tell me what he wants me to do. He opens up doors. I just walk right through them,
Praise God.
Amen.
Well, look, to get you off the phone, because I know how pastors are. Pretty soon you want to take an offering.
I got a sermon for you now.
I know you do, but I tell you what.
I just want to tell you, I'm going to leave you with this. I just want to tell you a custom design, one-of-a-kind original masterpiece.
All right now.
Hey, thanks for calling in, man. Continue to support us, man, and we have nothing but love for you and your family, okay?
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sabrina, I know Sonny just told me that our next guest, who's been patiently waiting on the line to join us, Kenyon Glover. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my friend on, Mr. Kenyon Glover.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Hey, Kenyon.
Sabrina,
Kenyon Glover. Kenyon, you calling me from Los Angeles, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in L.A. Sunny, beautiful here right now.
Love LA.
Love California. Kenyon, we're so happy to have you on, and I'm sorry that we had you in queue for a little longer, but, we just try to get some good advice out. So, so before we go into your conversation, why don't you tell my listeners a little bit about who Kenyon Glover is?
Well, a little about me. Originally from Louisiana, from the South. I'm a Southern boy. I was raised on some good greens and cornbread and black pinto beans and, all that good stuff. Chitlins and pig feet, stuff like that. A lot of people out here in the West Coast don't know nothing about that. I grew up playing a lot of sports. I was involved in a lot of sports. Basketball was the main sport. I went on to play college, went on to play professional in the NBA and all that. But I had a career-ending injury, ended my career as a pro basketball player at an early age. That was back in 2005. Ever since then, I've just been, involved with entertainment industry, doing some modeling and acting, and it's been pretty prosperous thus far. I got involved in 2006 and decided to move to L.A. in 2007, and it's been great, man. I started kind of slow, but as I eventually got better in the craft and more knowledgeable in the entertainment industry, things just started blooming. I was been featured on numerous TV shows such as Young and the Restless, CSI, NCIS. The list can go on and on. And I recently just started writing as my mentor, Mr. J.L. King himself. He pretty much talked me into doing my own book, so, I took it upon that and started writing my own book, and, hey, it's coming out soon. Matter of fact, we're starting pre-sales this week, so
yep,
that leads to where I am now.
So tell me this, Kenyon, and Sabrina can chip in as well. When you start out on a journey to find yourself and chase your dreams and find out your purpose in life, it's not always a smooth, straight, narrow path. It can be very rocky. It can get sidetracked. You get to those fork in the roads where you make the wrong decisions, and it sets you back. And I know the field that you work in, that whole modeling, acting, all the stuff that you do, there's a lot of people want to do that. So what it has not always been pretty. So what has been some of the down, dark times of your life as you pursued your dream?
I would just say, because I'm a very ambitious person, I want things when I want it. And, when I was playing basketball, I just knew I was going to the NBA. I knew I was going to be a mega NBA star or whatever, which I did make it to that point. But, I had an injury, which kind of sent me into a state of depression. And I heard you guys talking about suicide earlier. I actually attempted suicide after that happened, which was unsuccessful. I also talk about that in my book. And then getting into the entertainment industry, I kind of thought it was going to be an easy road because of my background in the NBA. I just figured people was going to be like, oh, he's, former professional NBA player. Oh, okay, let's give him a chance or whatever. But it was totally opposite. It was like, I was like a rookie all over again. And people looked at me like I was a nobody. So it kind of took me back a little bit to, like, I was like, well, I have to accept the fact that I'm no longer this superstar person that I was used to being from playing in the NBA or whatever. So I had to pretty much accept the fact that I'm kind of like starting over from the bottom. And I have to work my way back up to the top. And it's been a struggle because I've never been told no so many times in my life. And this industry will just drain you physically, mentally, because you're going to get told more no's than you've ever heard in your life. But it's just something that you have to take it with a grain of salt and just tell yourself, okay, a yes is coming sooner or later. And even though I'm still getting told more no's than yeses, but it's just that I've kind of gotten used to it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to keep pushing, and I know I'm going to, overcome.
Well,
yeah,
what?
You will.
Go ahead, Jack.
Go ahead, Sabrina. No, go ahead.
I was listening to him telling me about all of his accomplishments and things that he has done. He came to a rough patch when he was injured, but yet and still, you thought that you were a nobody. I would beg to differ. And not only that, sometimes I've told this to several people. Sometimes the very things that we want for ourselves is not what God has intended.
Right.
And we have to come to a point where we have to sit still and just listen. We have to be in touch with our spiritual self. We have to be and listen to what God has to say to us. And I find that when I push things and want them to work because that's what I want to do, that's what I want. This is what I want, and nobody's going to take that away from me because this is what I want. It's the very thing that I'm working on that God is sitting there probably laughing at me and says she doesn't even know. That's not what I have intended for her. That is not what I have intended for her. I have something. He may have something bigger and better, or he may feel like you need to humble yourself before he can give you something that he thinks he thinks you can handle.
That's true. That's so true. Because I heard there's something that I use all the time, which it says that when man plans, God laughs.
That's right.
Because we don't know what the ultimate plan for our lives. So, Kenyon, let me ask you now that you have, close to become a published author, are you revealing I know what the story is, but tell our listeners, are you revealing the ups and downs of your journey and you're a young man as well, to find who you are?
Yeah, pretty much. My book is pretty much my journey from pretty much childhood to where I am now, and and it just tells about all the things that I had to overcome. Like being homeless, suicide. I've been shot a couple of times. I've had to face, prison time and overcoming all of these different things. So it's pretty much just talks about everything that I have to go through and had to overcome. And, I'm still here. I'm still here fighting. I'm still here, working my way to the top. And I've overcame all these things. And I know a lot of people, I heard you guys talking about earlier, a lot of people who face, different hurdles that feel like they can't get through those hurdles. I'm a testimony that you can get through it. You can get through anything, pretty much, if you just, have faith, trust in God and believe that He's going to get you through it. Most importantly.
And patience.
Exactly.
Patience. And being around positive, uplifting people. I hate to be around negative people who love. There's a misery loves company that is so true. Misery loves company. So that's a good thing. So when will your book be out, Kenyon?
It'll be out next month, mid-June. But we are starting pre-sales actually this weekend. We start pre-sales. People can go to start going to my website, kenyonglover.net, and you'll see a link on there that'll take you to where you can purchase the book, pre-sale order. So, it's going to be good, man. It's just, it's just something I wanted to, put out there to maybe just help change people's perceptions of life, and just hopefully I can motivate and inspire people, that they can keep on, they can keep pushing, they can overcome, as long as you just don't give up, don't quit.
And what is the name of the book?
It's called From Atlanta to Hollywood, Chasing a Dream.
All right, From Atlanta to Hollywood, Chasing a Dream. Do you want to tell our listeners anything else about you? I know you got your hands involved in so much. Any opportunities or any type of anything you're looking for that people can reach out to you, and you can tell us how to reach you on your Twitter, your Facebook accounts, and anything that you're doing that you want the world to know about?
I am an active producer now, so I'm producing a lot of my own projects now. I've gotten to that point where I no longer wait for Hollywood to come to me. I'm taking it to Hollywood.
There you go.
There you go.
So, I start working on my own stuff now. I produce a lot of stuff. Working on quite a few projects right now. So, you can just find out more things. Just go to kenyonglover.com, kenyonglover.net. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that, just by typing in my name. and it'll come up. And, yeah, you'll see everything I'm involved in, everything I got going on. I'm always looking for, you know, different actors, producers to come on board or whatnot. So, you know, it's not all about me. You know, I'm out to help people. I'm out to inspire people, motivate people, and you know, anything I can do to help anybody, regardless of what it is. You know, any advice I can give, any contacts I may have that I can, you know, connect you with. I'm willing to do that. So just reach out to me.
I love that. You know, the more you give, the more you get back, man. The more you give, the more you get back. So as long as you stay in that space, you're gonna be fine, man. And again, you're a young brother that I've known for a long time, and I know that you're hungry for success, you're hungry for achievement, and you want to be a good role model for those who are coming up behind you. So when your book does drop from Atlanta to Hollywood, Chasing a Dream, we definitely gonna have you back on the show. And we appreciate you calling in, appreciate you being on the show, and if there's any last words of encouragement or advice or anything you want to give out to our listeners, I'll let you go.
Hey, keep chasing your dreams. Just like the title of my book says, Chasing a Dream. Keep chasing it. Don't give up. Keep fighting. You will, you know, you will be faced with different difficulties and tribulations, but you can overcome. Believe me, I did it. You can do it too.
You can do it. Kenyon, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, JL.
Calling in from the Hollywood. Give our love. Give Sabrina. Tell those folks in Hollywood that JL and Sabrina back here in the dirty, dirty South, the Black Hollywood of America.
Yeah.
Right.
What up? All right. But you have a good evening, and give me a call when you get back in the city. All right. Now it's time for another commercial break, and then we're going to come back and wrap this show up. Sonny, take it away.
Thanks, JL. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Sabrina, for being on Night Talk Live with JL King on Loudmouth Radio. This has been an exciting episode. All our listeners, if you just tuned in, don't feel that you missed everything, because after this show, as we come to a close, it will be available for on demand, and we want to recommend that you guys do tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We broadcast each and every week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we want to ask you just to continue to follow us. You can follow us on Blog Talk Radio. Just do a search for Loudmouth Radio. If you type in loudmouthradio.com, it'll take you straight to our page. We're broadcasting each and every week. Monday nights, The Universal Mind with Roderick Watkins. Tuesday nights, The Bare Truth with Jazzy Jones. Love, Life, Sex, and Flowers. In the Studio with Sonny on Wednesdays. And Thursdays, Night Talk Live with JL King. All these shows are geared to empower, inspire, and entertain. And we hope that our topics, our guests, our conversation compels you to your best. And we want to thank our sponsors, Fletcher & Sons Auto Repair 2 in Jonesboro, Georgia, Digimo Printing of Stockbridge, Georgia, and Atlanta Car Finders, your #1 car referral source. JL, we would like to thank our host for the evening. He's been doing a wonderful job. He's available also online at Arthur JL King on Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Loudmouth and like our page on Facebook at facebook.com/loudmouthonline. And if you have a business, you're looking for some ways to push your business forward, contact us at our Loudmouth Media offices at 706-363-3895. As JL mentioned, we are available for possibility of having on-site remote broadcast promotions. So if you want to connect with a great network that's in the community, contact us today. Back to you, JL.
Thank you, Sonny, and thank you again. I want to thank my special guest, my friend, my colleague, my little sister, Sabrina. Sabrina, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your calm spirit that I know has really uplifted a lot of people who are listening to the show or who tuned in or listening online to us tonight. So before I let you go, why don't you tell the folk how they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
They can find me on my Facebook page. It is Sabrina. I'm not sure, I didn't get the address, but just look me up at Sabrina Bree Mason, and it's the Bree is BRIE, and I'll pop right up. Or you can tweet me at Bree at BRIE_Mason, and you can tweet me.
Gotcha. And also, all of my listeners, Sabrina also is a top-notch special event planning consultant who does fabulous affairs for 2 people or for 2,000. So make sure if you're looking for someone to plan a fabulous event for you on a budget, She's definitely the sister for the job. Sabrina, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time this evening. And I look forward to seeing you at the barbecue on Sunday.
Yes, we're going to have a ball.
All right, you have a good evening. Be blessed.
Thank you, you too. Be blessed.
All right, now, as we come to the end of another show of Night Talk with JL, again, it's been enlightening and powerful, and it makes me feel good all over. I feel good all over because I have brought new information to my listeners. I want to definitely give a shout-out to my co-air personalities, Jazzy Jones and Roderick Watkins, and, of course, the CEO and founder of Loudmouth Radio, Sonny, who keeps us in check, on check, and continues to push us and motivate us to be the best that we can be so we can build the best online radio show in the world. So until we meet again, until next Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m., God willing, right now, I'm only in the now, but God allows us to come together again next Thursday. Until then, enjoy your holiday weekend. Be safe. Say your prayers. And as always, live your life with faith over fear. I'm out. Peace.
I saw you around the way, another storm around the way, and you two look so happy. Gave a smile as I passed by, but it hurt me, I can't lie. What can I do? I wanna see where's he. Wanna tell the world exactly how I feel. The love we make is on my mind. Slowly flows the hands of time. I realize it's been 7 whole days. Nobody understands the way you look on this man. I have to hide my feelings to tear me apart. You said it's meant to be a thing between you and me. That was when there fell in love. Couldn't know that from the start. Secret love, wanna tell the whole
I feel, that I don't, that I feel, that I don't, that I feel, that I don't, that I feel, that I don't.